Hi, Joe. Thank you for coming in today. How was the drive-in?
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. A little long, but I got here.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me what brings you in today.
I'm just still having just some issues. Just struggling with getting stuff in line for school.
Okay.
Getting close to the end and just it's wearing me down.
Okay. All right. Um, so what I'm hearing you say is that, things are getting a little bit, I don't, would overwhelming be a good adjective for that because it's getting to the end of school, or you tell me what it is that you're
Oh,
feeling.
overwhelming works. It's a lot
Okay.
of different things all combining into a single place that really only has room for a couple of those things. So,
Okay.
um, just the addition of some extra workload, plus the new job, plus the field placement, plus kids,
Okay.
plus life, plus lots of lust.
Yeah, a lot of pluses in there, huh? Okay. So, how is it that you're feeling because of all of the pluses that you have in your life now?
It's overwhelming. I'm trying to think if I can put a finer point on it because I know that's fairly vague, but it's just I just feel drained, um,
Yeah.
tired. I get
Okay.
home from work and I just want to go to bed.
Okay. And that's a little bit more than the normal
Oh yeah,
being tired.
yeah.
Okay.
Normally I get home and I hang out for a while, then do whatever yard work, outside work, housework stuff, just basic life.
Hmm.
But it's spiraling a little bit, I think.
Okay. And you're finding it more difficult to keep up with the other
Hmm.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think makes you believe that things are so overwhelming for you?
I I don't know. I
Okay.
feel overwhelmed now. And the only real difference that I can pin is just the addition of all of the extra stuff, plus it just getting schoolwork in on time, getting it done. There is
Hmm.
some very real anxiety driven from there, and um, the longer it goes, it just really I get tired. It's just mentally draining, and then when I go to sit down to do it, my focus is just not there.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you're also losing focus.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you are you having a harder time keeping up with school? I heard you say that there are some things like getting assignments in on time and things like that.
I've been able to keep up.
Okay.
It's just where before it was I had a system going and things were just kind of fairly fluid by this point.
Okay.
I now find I have to try significantly harder to get the same result.
Okay. So your system isn't working anymore, correct?
Uh
Or is it?
I mean it's working in that I am getting stuff in, and I mean like my grades haven't really taken a hit at all,
Mhm.
but it the toll that it's taking on me is higher than it used to be.
Okay. All right. So I heard you say that your grades aren't affected. So it's safe to say that all of this anxiety and overwhelming feelings that they're not affecting your grades per se.
Not yet. Um,
Okay.
but that's part of why I came in is I fear that if it continues in this vein, it may.
Okay.
Um, because it's I mean I find I'm sleeping more than I used to, and I'm just drained. And I can't even say I'm physically tired because I go to bed. I don't necessarily sleep, but it, I just don't have the energy to get up and do.
Okay. Just taking some notes here.
Absolutely.
Okay. So if you had to say um one thing that you believe would um help you, like if you were to change your thoughts, like, so if you say that you want to do good in school, but does that mean that you want to do good in school, or does it mean that you feel that you have to do good in school?
Um, I- there's a lot of levels to that question. I do
Okay.
want to do well in school.
Okay.
It's an accomplishment for me. I've managed to maintain a pretty solid GPA so far, and
Okay.
I'm interested in continuing that. But also, this is a pretty significant investment,
Yeah.
and I can't just afford to flush that because that's a lot. And if it doesn't work, I don't think I could pull it off again.
Okay. So if you weren't able to succeed in this field, what I think you're saying, or what I'm hearing you say, is that you don't think that given this point in your life, you'd be able to switch majors and go to school again?
I don't think there's a not succeed in this field option.
Okay.
I know school is it is what it is, and if I don't finish, I don't know what I'll do. Um,
Okay.
but I would just have to fall back on my BSW and just continue doing what I can at that level. Um,
Okay.
I'm too old for that career field changing nonsense.
What makes you believe that you're too old?
My age, no.
I mean, other than your age.
Well, I mean, as an adult, definitely not getting younger, and to put in a solid chunk of time
Mhm.
if I want to ever retire. I don't even know it's an option at this point, but I've got to put some solid time in, and
Yeah.
my working life, I don't think I have a ton left. I mean, I got
Mhm.
enough. I mean, and there's definitely room for some wrinkles, but I not start over time.
Yeah. No, starting over is kind of scary and difficult. So when we were talking about need and want, need versus want to do well in school, um, you emphasize more of the need to do well in school, right? So because you said, you said that if something doesn't change, then you don't feel that you would be comfortable with changing things as far as your major. And you said something that kind of resonated, that it's to not succeed in this field is not an option. So what let's explore that a little bit more. What makes you believe that not succeeding in this field is an option?
I have in my head isolated school versus work.
Okay.
I know school is part of getting me in further in the field, but I've also worked in this field for a number of
Hmm.
years and
Hmm.
I've otherwise been fairly successful. I mean, I'm decent at what I do.
Hmm.
Um, and this is just to further that endeavor. Um, there are options at this level that I could pursue. I don't particularly want to, but it is an option should I need to.
Okay. Are you moving along the lines of licensure or just MSW and that's it?
No, I'm looking for licensure as well.
Okay. So that kind of makes a difference because looking for the licensure, there's a little bit more of um, that drive to
Hmm.
need to do good, correct?
Yep, because there's just a
Okay.
much bigger test involved.
A lot bigger test, right?
Hmm.
So if you were to change your thought patterns, and if you were to say, yes, I want to do good in school, and yes, I need to do good in school, but how would you be able to change and shift your thoughts to a different perspective to where it would make you feel like not quite so drained or a little more driven, so to speak? What do you think that would look like for you?
Um, I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Hmm.
I mean, this kind of came out of nowhere. I was doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it just kind of started to, I don't want to say snowball because it makes it sound like things have like spiraled out of control, and they
Right.
haven't. And I do think it's kind of a cumulative effect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been waist deep in this for over a year now,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got, I mean, just over half a year left, but it's a
So the
pretty
end is in
intense
sight,
half a year.
right?
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
more intense. I mean, I've got the full course, I got the full-time course load, plus the field placement class, plus the actual field placement itself. On
Mm-hmm.
top of that, I also exist outside of school. So I've got work
Right.
and family, and
Right.
it's fall, and there's lots of work to do on the property, and I have a lot of work to do. So,
Right.
um,
Right.
and I've tried to get a little more rigid in my scheduling,
Mm-hmm.
trying to ensure that I've got time for different things, including time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems to continue to intensify.
Okay.
And I can't say that I see it at this point as being critical and costing me my schooling. Uh, but I also want to make sure that it doesn't get to that point.
Kind of want to nip it in the bud right now. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. So you mentioned your family a lot. Um, do you feel maybe that some of that overwhelming anxiety could be related to how your family would perceive you if you didn't succeed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, my kids brag to their friends. They're like, look at my dad. He's in school and he's a million years old.
A million years old.
So, I
That's
mean,
good.
it is partly for them as well. And I don't want to let them down. So,
Okay. Yeah. So do you think that perhaps some of um your anxiety might be a little bit of, I don't want to really say self-inflicted, but I mean
oh,
that's
this is all
kind of
self-inflicted.
the best way that I can describe it. A little bit more because you are so determined to finish school and you're so determined to make your family proud because like you said your kids brag, that their dad is in school. Um
And old.
so maybe do you think if you changed your perspective to they're going to be proud of me when I'm done with school instead of focusing on failure, do you think perhaps that might help a little bit with alleviating some of the anxiety?
It could be. It could.
Yeah. Is that something that you think you would be committed to trying?
Anything at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to get back in a decent mind frame so I can get stuff accomplished and not feel like I am up to my neck in it. So,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, well, it sounds like we're making a little bit of progress with where you are, with the anxiety. Perhaps a shift in your chain, or I'm sorry, a shift in your thinking, would help with instead of feeling like so anxious, like, oh my God, I got to do this or they're going to be disappointed, to boy, I can't wait until, they see me graduate, how proud they'll be.
mhm.
Yeah, so I think maybe if we can somehow come up with a plan for you to be able to do that, because sometimes our thoughts in our environment are what creates some of our emotions, our negative emotions. So, maybe a change in perspective, excuse me, might help a little bit. So is that something you think that we could work on?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for coming in today. So, we'll schedule a time next week to chat and then we'll kind of pick up where we were today.
Okay.
Okay, sound like a plan?
It does.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.